Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Mahomes now on first down. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick-6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick-6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground of this game.
At their own 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 80 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup. Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead.
Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for him, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your...
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Buckers on target. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play,
and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a...
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Let's go! Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now here's a screen play left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Gets around him. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Daniel Jones, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. DJ Chark, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. and they were winners in that one over the visiting.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mahomes firing complete. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 36, Mahomes on target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Edwards-Helaire pushing his way through, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Jackson flushed out right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to... It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the...
It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Patriots and the reigning AFC champs coming up next.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start. At the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Harris. A little juke, and he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game.
That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll check this one down to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. With it is Brown. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
there. Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might out of a smaller back. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big connection. That one, 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. This is Harris. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is born. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. 1st down and more for Jackson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there on the scramble. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line, ready to go, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coach. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he will find his man Ruggs. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Jones. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's going to have a Patriots first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the bootleg. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Flushed out right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. The 40. 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. New England trying to get a place on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play. Gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Got his man, that's Harry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They go play action with Jackson. Reception here by Ruggs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Play action. It's Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now a dump off here complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jones throw complete there to Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. Throwing, Jones. Quick slant here to Smith.
Let's go.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are right back in this football game. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jones. Connecting with Aguilar. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jones. Finding Harry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not... the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Here's Jones. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. To throw again on second down. Jones. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Myers connects on the PAT, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Eluding the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. And they take a knee. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit.